Happy Wednesday. What's going on, you guys? Thanks for joining. Thanks for breaking up the week with me. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and I think I got something cool to share with you tonight. So I'm happy that you guys are here. So we'll let everybody jump in, and Happy New Year, everybody. Hope all is well. Cheers. And I know I didn't put up the Wednesday Night Live promo or teaser up until a couple hours ago, but I was just in one of those modes today where I was just like, my brain's been on fire for the past couple days, and I really appreciate like all the good nudges from you guys, and really all of you showing me tons of your stuff that's like issues that are challenging and stuff like that. It just pushes me to be like, all right, how do I help? How do I crack the code? So I don't want to sound too dramatic, but I got some good stuff to share tonight, and it's fun, and I'll break it all down for you. All right. Oh, good, man. T206s are great. It's wild that, it's so old, right? But they're like awesomely built. They're great cards. They clean up really well. Gosh, good to see so many people here tonight, man. Good to see you guys. Happy New Year. Thanks for taking a break to like have some entertainment. We'll have a good time, man. Yeah, Sam, we are getting a little bit of snow, man. We are getting a little bit of snow. My kids always want it to like have it cancel school the next day, and I'm like, no, please don't cancel school. We just had 2 weeks of a break, But here's what I want to get to tonight, guys. And I'm always looking over this way, guys, because I'm trying to read some questions too, and I try to get as many as I can. So please, I got a question from a Albert Pujols collector. It's hard for me to like recall stuff like singularly like that, but I'm sure you have a card with maybe an issue on it. And if it's something that you're kind of stumped on, guys, check out my YouTube page. I have playlists about everything I know how to fix. If it's not on those playlists, it's not really something I know how to restore with like, my methods. There might be a way, but maybe it's just not something I know how to do. But on my YouTube page, I have playlists like TCG, vintage, corners, edges, stuff like that. So feel free to check, or if you ever, can't find anything, you're always welcome to send me a picture. Just make sure it's detailed. But let me tell you guys what I got going on. So I've had more and more modern era collectors send me pictures of, the four basic food groups, like Optic, Chrome, Prizm, ... all those cards. And with tons of injuries on the back, with tons of stuff beat up on them, and it's like hard to, and I've always like try to put it in a humidor, try to let humidity get in there and stuff like that, and that does work to a degree on some things. But it hit me the other night, and I was like looking at, because if you guys follow me at all, and if you're new to the program, I'm Kurt. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. And sometimes my personal tastes prevail. Like I love vintage cards, I love paper cards, but I love modern cards. I buy modern cards, So I just maybe sometimes I like working on the older ones because it's just my thing or whatever. But I know my customers and my awesome community. There's a lot of guys that like new stuff too. Timmy Tim, what's up, buddy? So what I was thinking was I was like, I'm always doing stuff behind the scenes, practicing, testing, because you guys might be like, how do you come up with all this weird stuff? And like, what? It's because I don't know, my creative bucket seems to empty quickly, and I gotta fill it, and I gotta just like do something different, but something around something I'm good at, so like I grabbed a bunch of base cards out of Optic, Prizm, stuff like that, and I started doing some tests on them the other day, you guys, and I want to show you these. Like, I think it's really, really good. All right, so let me just jump up here, you guys, because this show is for you guys, and to all my existing customers, supporters, friends, and to my new customers out there, man, thank you guys so much. Like, you guys keep me working 8 days a week, and that might sound crazy, but like, it's kind of like I like it, I like to be having a lot of tasks and be responsible and help people out. So thank you guys. I love you for that. Let me read a couple. Hey, good to see you too. And thank you. I appreciate you guys picking stuff up. Good, man. Those vintage ones are sweet. And yes, I'm born in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and then moved to Metro Detroit, and I've been here forever. So that's where born. So like to all my friends that are not from Michigan on here, here's how we do it. All right, so there's Michigan, right? I'm from here. All right, Southeast Michigan. That's where we're at. That's how we other Michiganders talk to each other when we meet each other or see each other. Hey guys, I did post a stain. Thanks for asking. I think Greater Danbury said, how'd the stain turn out on the Jackie? I would say it wasn't huge. It faded a little bit. The card got whiter. The border got whiter. Got a couple creases above his head to go away. It was an improvement. Of course, I wanted it to all go away, but I couldn't identify it. It was like a red oil or something in there. So it was pretty good, you know. So, man, good to see my Michigan crew on here. So let me do this, you guys. I'm going to show you something. So bear with me, all right? Because I'm kind of techie, but I'm going to show you something. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, no, I just rewound that in my head. I want to show you the cards because I got to get these cards working to give you some results, okay? So let me turn this thing around and we'll continue to catch up, but let me flip this around. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm going to show you some stuff right now that you might be like, there's no way you're going to get this out of a card. And I might not, but I want to show you this because I kind of want to go for it. So this is a common thing, right? So tell me you guys, and I want your feedback. You can't just watch. You got to talk to me. Modern collectors, it's often, right, that the surface is perfect. Correct? But then when you flip it over, you're going to sometimes get surprises. With me? And as you know, traditional methods of getting stuff like this to go away are very difficult, right? So like what I was thinking the other day was there was times where, and like this is, you know, I hate to say it, but this is fairly common, right? Like you're not even like surprised anymore if you get a card like this. You're like, Panini, you know, or whatever, and we're just like, not going to grade that one. So that just like drives me crazy. So here's what I've been doing. You know, I soak. If you guys are familiar with me, like I love vintage stuff. So like I'll soak these cards in my card spray and get them clean and get them nice and straight again and all that good stuff. So like in the past, and to another thing, guys, collectors out there, if you've been collecting for a while, right? This when you see this type of stuff on here, like I was saying, oh hey, what's up, you guys? I see a bunch of my homies jumping in here. Good to see you guys. Welcome. So I'm trying to show you guys how to like this thing I'm coming up with. So I got some data I'm going to share with you too. All right. So you might want to get a notepad out tonight because I did some data and I'm going to show you some pictures. So I tried soaking these types of cards before. When you soak a vintage card, it gets wet and like immediately. It gets wet immediately, right? And it's like, and for all my guys that have soaked vintage cards, I don't want to sound complacent, but it's easy, right? It's easy. The hardest part is just making sure you dry it nicely, but like it pretty much takes care of itself. So I tried soaking these cards before, but the variable that I didn't perfect was the time. See, isn't that like you have a bunch of maxis just like this? So I put these in like in card spray before, and it would suck all in around the edges and get all fluffy, and it would look terrible. So then I started thinking to myself, well, what if I'm just not waiting long enough? What if I'm like not letting it do its job, you know? So this is where we're going to get started. So check this out. So Larry Bird, guys, this is right here is card spray. So that's the solution I make I work on a lot of vintage cards with it. And I always used it for these types of cards just to like clean crap off of them, you know, or if you got an old refractor, you can clean these up really nice. But I was like, you know what if I try longer? So check this out. We're going to get this in here right now. And since it's a plastic card, it's going to want to like, sometimes it will stay down there. Sometimes it's going to want to float up a little bit. But we're going to get that one in there. And let me show you some. Now, I want to get another one in solution 2. We're going to do 2 of them, okay? So let me do... So I'm going to show you guys some pictures. I don't know how to press any buttons on my phone to make pictures appear on the screen. So if there's any techie people out there that can prepare me for a live in the future where I can just be like, doot, doot, doot. Oh, that's what I want to show you. Cool. We can do that. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you stuff on my computer screen. So we just want to see how that was floating up. So what I want you guys is I need this entire card to saturate. Now the front of these cards, like let's look at an Optic. The front of these cards are plastic. You can't hurt that. This card's going to stay like this forever. This card's going to live longer than all of us. And then the back has a plastic finish too, right? But we got some paper in there. We got some paper in the middle. So if you can take the time to let that go through, you can see some results. So look at, I'm going to scoot over Mr. Larry Bird. All right. And what we're going to do is I want you to look at this Isaiah Stewart card. Okay. Has the back looks like a good card, right? So let me show you what it's looked like yesterday. And I have the whole thing filmed, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. I'm gonna put a video together, but I'm doing this tonight because, it's like you guys have been loyal to me for a long time, and I'm like, I want to bring you in on my practice sessions and how I process stuff and how I do stuff. So like, I don't have this all the way figured out yet, but I think I'm close. So look at that. And let me just go to my computer here. I'm going to show you what this card looked like last night, and I'm going to do a couple of these. All right, so let me get over here. Check that out. That was last night, okay? Well, that doesn't work. I'll show you different. Okay, maybe I can catch some light. Let me try some light. Same card. There we go. All right, that's it, you guys. That's the card. So, naturally, I was like blown the heck away. So let me bring it back. So remember, burn that into your brain right there. Here, we got more. Let's see. When I get onto something, I get crazy. So, so this was the after. So there's the after, and then, but I got the card right here. That's the same card or whatever. So, sorry, that's stupid. I'm just like, I need a producer, But anyways, so that's the after. And I got the videos of all of it and stuff like that. So now check this one out. Let's get to Quentin Grimes, okay? There's Quentin Grimes. And let me show you something. So let's go back. I'll zoom up there in a second, but we're going to go down here. So there's the Isaiah. And I'll make the whole video of this for you guys, okay? So, and look at, it's like perfect. And let me tell you what else. I didn't even do anything to it. I didn't even touch it. I just let it, I came downstairs. So here's the data that I want you guys to write down. Let's do some data here. That Optic was a 30-minute soak, modern soak. 30 minutes for the Optic, okay? Bowman Chrome, 30 minutes. Prizm, 3 hours. Don't get ahead of me. I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to show you. We got to practice on some autos tonight and some other stuff too, okay? So let me show you a couple more things real quick, which was the Quentin Grimes. I got a double-decker here. Oh, let me zoom out. That's like way too close. So I got a double-decker here. I got a couple of these just hanging out and drying. But I'm going to show you guys more. So hold on one second. Because I just want, even though if it works on Optic or Prizm, or Optic, you got to make sure it works on Prizm. You got to make sure there's always variables. Is this Quentin Grimes? This is Quentin Grimes. And don't worry, guys, I'm filming this, so we're going to be all right. So Quentin Grimes, I'll do my best to make it dramatic. All right. Quentin Grimes. Let me just see if I had a couple of these ones. I think this was a video. So watch, this is Quentin Grimes that I'm going to show you here in a second. Sorry. I'm talking and saying something random, who knows, but all right, so you get the point. So Quentin Grimes. So let's go back. This one I've only had between the pads for about 20 minutes. So you might see some texture on the back. But this took 3 hours, okay? It's gone. So there's Quentin Grimes and Isaiah Stewart. Both of them back to normal. So you can see why I was a little excited, right? That can change, like, it's crazy, you know? And I can't believe I missed it. And it took me like that long to like say to myself, like, dude, it's time. Like, if you're seeing the card take on moisture, why did you pull it? Why did you stop? You know? And I was inspired. I can't even remember who did this for me last night, but if you're watching, hold on, I look like an old man when I fiddle with my computer, but bear with me. All right, so I had if you're watching, I don't even know who it was, but somebody sent me a picture of a Giannis Antetokounmpo rookie that was like perfect on the front and shit on the back. And I just found myself saying the same thing. I was like, if you guys reach out to me, right? I'm leaving a message. I'm like, dude, there ain't nothing you can do. You could probably put it in a humidor. And I'm like trying to be helpful and stuff. And I'm like, it just freaking hit me. I'm like, dude, you're not doing it long enough. And that's the result. So let's do some more. All right. So we're going to have a good time tonight. So we're just getting started. All right, guys. Jason, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. I want all my card repair guys to do this, you know? So like I'm in the practice stages here, guys, but there's not a lot of moving parts to a Prizm card or an Optic card, you know? I mean, it's pretty straight up, you know? So it's almost like you guys can read my mind. Precision, Jen says, do you think that soaking that long will mess up the numbers on SD cards? Possibly. So that's why we got to try this stuff out. So if it's cool with you guys, let's go back. I got some more cards we're going to work on tonight, all right? So, and if you guys are just watching and just saw this stuff, I'm only like 4 cards in deep on this. Like, I would have shared this with you guys ages ago if it was something that I just was patient enough to do and sat through it, but I didn't. So outside of Optic, Prizm, Chrome, what was that baseball card I did? Chrome, I think I know I got a baseball. I did a Bowman Chrome. So Chrome collectors, I got one for you, and I'll show it to you. That's as far as I've gone, but I'm like 4 for 4, so I think that I can see a pattern here. All right, so let's I gotta shut up because I want to get back to I want to show you what we're gonna do next. All right, so let me flip this thing around. Okay, a lot of movement here, guys. Tonight I got to go up and down and all this stuff, but it'll continue to be a good show, I promise. All right, so here, let's check this out. I want you to see this. This is very important. This is what I was talking about, and I need you to see this. Do you see how, oh, perfect. Do you see how there's a big depression, big crater? It's because the moisture hasn't pulled in there yet. Once it fills that whole crater and that whole center fills in, it's done. But if I took it out right now, like I did in the past, it would dry and look terrible, and it would be all weird textured. Remember, almost like when you're working on vintage cards, if you put too much sauce over here or over there and you have a defined line, you got to go in and get it all wet again and then start over. So it's working. I want this one to get done before we wrap up tonight, all right? So I just got a message that said, yes, it is the card care. It is it's my card spray you guys I'm using. And Broke Cards asked if I'm trying something new. Absolutely something new. So like, let me show you, man. You joined at a good time. So let me show you this new stuff here we're working on. Pardon me, guys. I gotta sip my coffee. So here's what we're gonna do, and then I'm gonna show you a baseball card while we wait. I realize I'm getting behind. All right, here's another plate of card spray. Okay, so check this one out. Now this is different. This is not Dents, but How often do you get these on the back of your cards? Like, and then the front is usually pretty darn good, right? So, no, Jason, I didn't even touch these cards. I don't even touch them. I put them in the solution so far, take them out, let them dry, and they are fantastic, you know? So, hey, good eyes, man. Yeah, the Dempsey does look good. I'm making a little pile. I'm doing some grading. I'm grading some of my like mid to lower stuff just because I'm getting bored of looking at it in top loaders. But anyways, I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's do it as a group. Let's learn together, you know? So look how screwed up that is. If this goes away, I'll just be so happy. But like, check this out. Here's else what we're gonna learn. It's an autograph. So I want to find out if the autograph pulls off. I want to find out if the sticker pulls off. Because what would I say if somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, can I do this with a sticker auto?" I can't be like, "I don't know." I got to be able to say, "At your own darn risk, but I've tried it and here's the results," you know? So let's get Josh Giddy in there, right? So we'll do that. So, yeah, and like usually you guys, like with my card spray, you know, it does a great job for everything I show it for, but it takes a while to get ink off. You know what I mean? It takes a while, and that's when you're even rubbing on it. So like I feel fairly optimistic about this, but all I care about is learning. You know what I mean? It's like I just want to learn about it. Because guess what? If it only works on, you know, straight up optics, and I'll post all the before and afters, you guys. And then if it works great on Prizms, because I showed like crazy, right? Then if it only works great on those, well, cool. Then we know, and then you can add that to your repertoire. But if it doesn't work on an auto card tonight, we're gonna find out. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm just trying to hold this. I need it to get saturated so it gets a little weight around the edges and corners, and then I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, Canadian sports card investor. Absolutely. I want to see what happens to the sticker auto too, man. You know? Yeah, it still has an auto, but hey, guess what? How the heck would I know the answer if I don't try it, right? I can speculate all day long, but I am a person that likes data and like hard data and knowing what the heck is going on, you know? So we're gonna let's look at our bird. All right, I gotta get past that hump, man. Now the Prizm took me 3 hours to get that all the way out of there, but let's just cross our fingers and hope it doesn't take 3 hours. But if it does, I'm going to be up for it. But look I want to show you something if I can get light on this. If you guys remember the track marks? Well, here, who cares if I touch it? We're just having fun. All right, I'm going to put it back in a second. But remember the track marks that were going all the way through it? Look, it's the track marks. And look they're already going away. They're already gone out of here. But they're right there. All right, back into the bath. Back to the bird bath. That's like the worst cliche dad joke. I'm not very funny, but I'll teach you some good stuff with cards, I promise. So this is annoying me, so I just got to put it. I like using, Jay, I had to soak it for 3 hours to get that thing out. But you know what? I've put Prizm cards in the humidor for like a month just to see what the heck happens, and I couldn't get anything, you know. And I just got a question at the bottom that said, would PSA recognize water damage on the cards? I don't know. If you just joined, hear me out. I'm testing stuff out. I don't know. But I've had some amazing success in the past couple days doing this technique. And the cards if I gave you 2 of them right now, if I gave any of us, we're all smart card guys. If I gave you 2 of them, you couldn't pick it out. You couldn't tell me which one's different because, it's totally, they come right back to form. So let me show you a couple more things. All right. Chuck, I don't think that black light would be any different because card spray doesn't do anything under black light, you know, like It's just clear, you know. So good. You wouldn't see anything. Anything that has like a pigment will show under black light, you know, or organic like matters will show under black light. Oh, I get what you're saying, Chuck. I get what you're saying. Yes, you got to get the whole thing. Yes. You know, you want to have you don't want to have like lines of demarcation. I get what you're saying. But again, guys, I'm just bringing you along on the ride right now because I'm just like, this is blowing my mind in the past 2 days. I've just been like stuck at this desk just doing card stuff, you know. And hey, that's actually a great question. With that said, let's just let these hang out because we're going to learn a lot. And I think the Larry Bird is moving more for me, guys. So let me go back to a couple other things right quick. So let me go to the monitor. I want to show you a couple more things. Oh, live shows. Come on, computer, work for me. All right. Well, when my computer starts working for me, I'm going to show you guys something. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the card out so I can show it to you right now. Okay. I'm just fumbling around over here because I got some cards that I was working on today that I want to show you the before and afters. Okay, I don't think I showed you guys this one, all right? So this one. So front looks great, but this was, let me show you the back of this. So for my Bowman Chrome collectors, I think this is made me the most excited for you guys because I don't think there's another card that you can possibly buy that has more issues than Bowman Chrome cards. And like, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's always been like the worst, you know? So let me show you something. Go into the computer here. So here's sorry, I'm not very good with modern baseball, guys. Oswald Peraza. Going across, going down. Big stuff, right? So let's come back. So that's the Oswald Peraza, and I'm going to show you this in the light because you can't tell it. It's not, but oh, maybe you can. All right, so we're going to look right at the back under his name. Let's see if I can catch the light. It's the same card. And that was another one I did last night. Nothing left of it at all. And it doesn't have no funky curves or curls or anything like that. Like, that's it. And if you guys are just jumping in, what's up? I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care. Tonight's show is kind of special because I'm kind of debuting something that is very cool, rather easy, and can take care of probably so many problems that we face with modern cards so often. You know, it's just like a pandemic with the indents and stuff like that. All right, so let me. I'm gonna read a couple questions, you guys, because I'm sure you watch this and you're like, "What the heck is going on here?" Let me take a look here. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, man. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll put a black light on one, no problem. Good idea. Let's learn. I'm all about it, man. I'll be the hands. All right, so let's do it. And no, Greater Danbury, I didn't polish them at all yet. I just left them. I was just excited to see all that craziness come out of them, you know. It was just, there's like so many cards that I have that like I'm like flashing back. I'm like, I had Bowman Chrome Brady rookies with big indents on the back. I had like you guys name it, all of them. And I'm like, if I would have just done this, you know, for a little bit longer, you know, it would have been huge. But in the meantime, when we're letting these things hang out, you guys, let's see if there's any cards I didn't show you yet. I'm just digging through. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me show you this because this is good to know. I'm going to I don't want to get too excited and let this, don't drop my plates. I'm going to put these back in here because I just did the recovery on these today. So I don't want to get I don't want to ruin my experiment and just like let them, just sit on the table and dry. I want to hold them. I want to do the process like I normally would. That way I can, when somebody asks me a question about this, I can say, hey, I did this for this long, this amount of spray for this amount of time at this whatever. You know what I mean? So that is that. So let me next. Where's my other card? I'm like bouncing around all over here tonight. All right, this is the one I want to put away, the Quentin Grimes or whatever. All right. So, what's going on, James? You guys, my cousin James is the man. He's a cool dude, and I'm glad you're watching. Are you at home in wonderful California, my man? And yeah, thank you guys for the for watching that. That's pretty darn cool. We're easily amused here as collectors, but when you can take take the power back, and the amount of money that we all spend on these products, and it seems like the short prints or the best ones come with the most problems. And then, you want to send in your card and they're like, well, we're not going to guarantee we're going to send you the same one back, but we'll send you one of like equal value or something. It's like, what's up? You know what I mean? That's not what you want to do. And I will flip this over here, guys. So I will remember, we'll flip it over. I got a couple cards from PSA back. I'll show you guys too. There was stuff that we did live tonight. No vintage tonight, but if you watch this over, you'll probably think it's cool. It was a fun one. We got a lot of cool stuff, and I'm gonna show you guys some PSA stuff. I just want to see if I can get this Larry. Oh, guys, we're gonna do it. You're gonna see it. It's going to happen. All right, so I got good stuff for you, so stay right there. But we'll do, before we get to that, I'll show you guys some cards. It was stuff that we worked on together on past lives and past shows. So since you guys hang out with me and watch this stuff, I think it's like, if I get the grading back, I don't want to just like keep it for myself. I got to show the homies, So, oh yeah, man, you guys, I was so pumped about this night. I couldn't even think about anything else. Yes, man, being born in Ann Arbor, Michigan and growing up, going to the big house on the weekends. And I was fortunate enough to go see Brady play when he played for Michigan. We'd go there every Saturday. My buddy had a family house right across the street, and we'd park cars and charge for parking, and living our best life. And in the late '90s, man, being a teenager was a good time. I'm gonna look at my list real quick because I know we got a lot of viewers tonight, and I got more stuff for you. So hang tight. But I don't want to. I always put that pressure on myself to make sure I respect everybody's time and try to get to every question. Yeah, gosh, M. White asks, can the card spray remove residue on cards once held in very old adhesive albums? Dude, yes. I got some videos that will blow your mind. Some things you could test and try. If you want to you don't have to wait for me. If you want to access them, go to Kurt's Card Care on YouTube. Click on playlists. I have a vintage playlist, and I have some really cool stuff of getting valuable cards, nice cards out of like residues, glues, and albums and stuff like that. So good question. Jason asked a great question. Jason said, hey, if we're fixing a card like this, soaking it, and it had some weird corner issues, you don't even have to like deal with the corner issues. Just soak it and hold it and let it come back to life. Exactly. And you know what? I like knowing how to use all my card tools and all my stuff. But what I like doing is being the most responsible and effective way to work on a card. And if it's just simply letting the moisture do the work and then disappearing slowly and bringing that card nice and tight back together, and you look at it and go, I did this, and now I got my money's worth. Because let's not forget, you paid for that thing, man. Nobody goes out and buys beat up cards. They come to us in breaks or packs or, whatever. So it's important. Oh yeah, you guys, we can do some collection stuff. I'm always happy to show off some of my collection. I try to post stuff. I got a couple of cool cards this week. I got a Babe Ruth in the mail. I got a Brady Color Blast. Been working on a couple cool. I'll show you guys some cards. Look at it. Let's do it. Can you see them this way? Is it cool if we do a reveal this way? Let's do it. All right. So a couple of these I might have showed already, but if it's cool with you guys, I'll get a good view of these this way. So, I totally appreciate that, Albert. I think that what we did tonight is, in our industry, for us types of guys that like cards and card care, I think what we did tonight was huge. I think it's huge. And I think it's something that is much needed because, you know, if there was a Panini customer service line that I could call and say, hey, you know, we're the most loyal damn customers in the world. And like we make content about these cards. We wait for them to come out. We go to shows, you know, we give up our time. We buy these things and it's all predicated on these cards. And then the prices keep going up, but the quality keeps going down. And it's like, dude, let's not forget who keeps keeps the lights on at these places, you know? It's us, man. You know, so I'll get off my soapbox, but you know what I'm saying, right? You know, even, you know, I'm not a pessimist by any means. I just want to be treated fair, you know? So let's take a look. I'll show you guys some stuff. So I still like Zion. Got a Zion. This was just a card we used to like clean up, but got a 10. I was looking, you know, when I bought this when he was popular or when he came out. If you guys are ever looking at raw cards, always try to just find some ways to you know, look at the centering on them. It's hard. Sometimes, you know, you just got to buy raw cards and they're brand new. But always, like on Select and stuff like that, where they come with borders, always just check all your borders. That's how I bought this one. It looked good. The surface looked good. The borders looked good. And, you know, buying it raw was better than buying it in a 10. You know what I mean? So let me look up here. Yeah, Lamar, take the power back, man. It's just like, it's kind of it's fun that, you know, when you learn how to work on cards and do them, they're fun. But I mean, it shouldn't even be an issue from the factory. You know what I mean? It would be like, I expect quality stuff. That one I love. Got a 10 on that. I've literally had this card since I was a kid. So this was in a box of cards that I had since probably the early 90s. So I was proud of that to get that one back. Then my son pulled this out of a pack. So good job to Jake. Jake got a 10. Pokemon cards brand new, don't need much cleaning work, fortunately, most of the time. So this one was just pretty good to go. I got this. I don't even know if it's a valuable card, but it's Mickey Mantle. It's a white sparkle. I don't even know where I got this card, but I just was checking it out and it looked pretty good. And I was like, you know what? It's Mickey. I'm gonna get it graded. I promise you guys I'm gonna read all these. I promise. I love you for watching. So okay, here's one. I think getting a 10 on a flawless card is tough. And yes, I still like Matt Stafford. You know, I think he's a good person, and I like him. I like good people. And so it's a 2 of 4, Matt. And now Matt's coming back here to Detroit to play the Lions in the playoffs, and it's like, here we go. You know, I got this card at a garage sale, and it's a 92 Upper Deck Michael Jordan Error, and it's a 9. I don't know why it's a 9, because it's perfect, but I'll take it. It's a 9. But this was the Error, you guys. If you ever see these cards, not the best view. The error is it says he was the dunk champion in 85 and 90, which is not right. So if you ever see the 85 and 90 on these, and it's just a dollar card somewhere, pick it up because it's worth more than $1. All right, so let's get back to this. Let's go to Larry Bird, all right? And while we're doing that, I want to adjust my desk here. And what's up, you guys? Thanks for joining, man. Good to have you on this Wednesday night. And I won't keep you for much longer, okay, guys? But I want to show you something really freaking cool. Well, so far, the Giddy, not much on the wrinkle side. And I'm going to keep this in here as long as I can. But let's just see if the autograph wore off. Not even one bit. Sorry, too close. Not even anything yet. This card was damaged by eBay, and one of my friends in the community sent it to me. That's how this happened. They got their money back, and they sent it to me for free. So we'll just keep soaking it. But the main thing I can learn from that one, and that we can learn from that one, is that we'll see if the auto goes away or it screws it up. So I'm just moving some stuff around over here, and for those of you guys that are like joining now, we're gonna create some build up here. All right, so I'm gonna show you a picture. Oh, and I'm sorry, you guys. Let me answer some questions here real quick. Card mats, you guys. I get those on. I get them on Amazon, and I got a link for all this stuff. If you guys like any of these things, mats, pads, all this stuff, I get it all on Amazon. And thank you, Jason. Thank you, Charles. I know you guys got my back on there for the questions. So if you guys are still on, thank you. Appreciate it. That's another thing I love about the group of guys that hang around here. Like, thanks for always helping out and always being good to each other. You know, it's like, and thanks for teaching me so much stuff, man. Like, I wouldn't have figured this out if it wasn't for you guys showing me a million pictures of beat up cards. You know what I mean? And yeah, tried, Tony. I tried doing this on Pokemon. It doesn't work out the same way, so I'm not going to give up. But don't. I mean, you guys can try whatever. You know what I mean? But oh, here, we'll do the black light thing. All right. So, and then we'll take Larry Bird out. Let's go dark because that was a good request. Will it look funky under black light? Not one bit. Another good test. No problems. All right. So, I'm going to keep rolling. Let me take a question. You know what? Then the Giddy card, you guys, I remember my main thing with this card. When I got it from the guy, it was folded like a taco. And the card is like split over here. That's the main problem with it. This card is folded down the center, and it has all these wrinkles all over the back. So my hope with this one is I'm trying to get these wrinkles out. So I'm just going to let this thing soak as long as I can. And when I put it between the pads, maybe that will stay together. But that was a prior issue. Prior issue. So just know that. Good question. Yeah, it is. That's why he got it for free, because it was mangled. It was in a case. It was in a slab, and it got broken like half. So we'll see if we can fix it. It doesn't get worse than this. All right. So then, you know what? Music City asks, hey, you should do a damage on the front. I don't think it will do anything because the plastic is too hard. It's just too much, you know. I'm going to soak the Giddy. I'm going to soak it as long as it takes. I'll keep it here. It's, believe it or not, it's starting to look a little different. But let's do the Larry Bird while we have time together. So check this out. Yeah, if the Giddy doesn't fall apart into two pieces, you know what I mean? It was so compromised. But what I'll take away from the Giddy is I want to see if it changes the color of the autograph. I want to see if it, any of that stuff. Oh, Fred, I'm absolutely got to get one graded, man. You know what I mean? That's absolutely, that's the fun part. I love little challenges like that. So what I'm doing, guys, is holding the towel over it just to get whatever remaining moisture off. So I'm going to do something over here. I am going to you know what, I was trying to read a question, but I couldn't remember where it went. All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for answering and helping each other out. That's what I wanted to say. Tom, whose voice is better, mine or Morgan Freeman? I like Morgan Freeman. He sounds great. But if I'm all right to listen to, thanks, buddy. I wouldn't want to annoy you guys. All right, so let me show you. I'm pulling up a Larry Bird picture on my monitor, and I'm going to show you the Larry Bird picture now. So if you guys are just joining us, let me give you a quick recap. I found out a way to make obnoxious wrinkles and creases and indents go away in the back of modern cards. So no big deal. All right, so look at the back. Okay, let me show you what it looked like, and we're gonna go back and forth. Make sure I got all my lights on. I want you guys to get a good view of this. So this is where we started tonight. So if you guys are joining right now and going, what the hell is that? This is where we started. What time did we start, guys? This was 41 minutes ago. That's 41 minutes ago. And we did this while BSing and hanging out while I'm drinking a cup of coffee and have 4 cards going at once. Not bad. That's it. You know? So I was, needless to say, you guys, I was excited to do the live with you tonight. You know? So if you guys just joined and you want to see more, I have the whole show taped. And taped. That's the thing that old guys say. Tape. So I have it recorded is what I'm trying to say. And I hope that inspires you guys, and I hope it gives you that urge to like jump back in the card box and be like, dude, I got some projects. And so that was for the data. That's an Optic, and that took it was ready at like 30 minutes, but I got talking, so I left it in there because I figured there's nothing it's not gonna hurt it, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was cool, man, and I was really pumped to like share this with you guys tonight. So you know, I'm gonna here's what I'm gonna do. So I don't wanna if this giddy comes out looking good, you guys, I'm gonna be like, no freaking way. But the cards that weren't folded in half and split all turned out real well. I'm not giving up on this giddy, man. It ain't gonna get any worse. It's like split and has 100 wrinkles on it. So that thing's sitting in the bath, and when I'm ready to take it out, I'll take it out. So let me take a look here, guys. Yeah, I mean, why buy a PSA 10 when you can make one? You know what I mean? Like, what the heck? That's why my favorite part of the hobby is always challenging stuff and little stuff like this. And I'm so thankful for platforms like Instagram where I can connect with like people that are interested in the same type of stuff. So yeah, Mosaic, absolutely. We'll do this on all of the modern era cards. I'm on it. You know what I mean? And and I want you guys to be on it because I like to learn from you too. So make sure that you guys, if you're doing some experiments, let me know. But here's how we're going to lock this up. So I already got 2 cards in there. So we're going to do another card sandwich. We'll put another pad there. Just nuts, right? There it is. Put that in there. We'll put another one on top. Another plate on top. And we'll see if my little clamps can make it. Yep, they got it. So there's that. And then, but I want you guys, because I'm always happy to answer your questions. You know that. I'll always get back to you guys and help you out. And I want you to help me out by doing some experiments too. And I gotta find a card with some serial numbers on it, you know, or like, you know, print run numbers, short print cards, and practice on those too. But I'm feeling pretty optimistic here. We're gonna pull up this Beat to Hell Josh Giddey card real quick. I just want to check and I want to rub my finger over the autograph. Oh, sorry. Nothing. But you know, that's where all the crap is. But we'll let it sit, and I'll take an after picture, even if it sucks. You know, I'll take an after picture for you guys and show you, because I didn't screw it up. I'm just trying to fix it. You know what I mean? And hey, what's up, Ryan? Good to see you, man. And so the drying process on these, the drying process on these is still in the works. I've been holding them between the pads for today. And I feel that so this one, that was one of the first ones I showed you guys, Isaiah Stewart, that had the craziness going all over the back. I did this one yesterday, and it feels fine. And like I said, I would, you know, you guys, I would never, I always want to give you useful, helpful stuff, you know, so I would, like, I'm confident. Like, I would never bullshit you. If I gave you this card and another Optic right now, I can't tell the difference. So I just let it dry. So I'm going to put that one back there too. I actually, you know what I'll do for a test? I'm going to leave this one on my desk all night long and see if it moves or changes or anything like that. So I'll report on that. So we got some good data. So let me just recap it. And I want to record that one. So that was an Optic. So Optic were 2 for 2, 30 minutes to get stuff off the back. All right. And you guys, please note your stuff. You don't have to go out and reinvent the wheel. You know, it's a system. And, you know, it's like when you put that system in place, you don't have to be worried about like, oh my God, this is a Tom Brady one or a LeBron James one. Follow the system. You know what I mean? Just don't. Usually when people get to their good cards, they start getting cute and trying new stuff. No. Don't do it. You know, just stick with the system, you know, but, I hope you guys had a good time tonight, and, you know, I'm glad that you came, and, did I cover it all? Let me make, I got my list. Oh, finally, you guys, one more thing. If you're an East Coaster, man, come say hi to me this weekend if you're in the Rhode Island area. I'm leaving Friday. I'm going to be heading out to Rhode Island. And I got invited to come hang at the Crown Jewel card show in Warwick, Rhode Island. So it's going to be super kick-ass. And I just love seeing my internet community and card community in person. So if you're there, man, come say what up. And I'm sure I'll get some cool stuff there to work on and stuff like that. But I hope tonight made you think, you know, and I hope it entertained you, and I hope it helps you improve your collection. And remember, man, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Take care of yourself. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.